Y'all know what it is. See the real on the radar. Bogey said if rap don't work, then it's back to robbing people's houses. We gon' take all they chains, we gon' be the bosses. The world gone mad, all I see is losses. And you'll take one from me for that key of raw fish. Ups and downs, had to bear through it. Buckle down, find a small town, gotta tear through it. Stop crying, make it fair music. If I put that chicken dinner up, they'll do it. They say I'm too hard, I gotta dumb the flow. But everything in life I ever got was from a hoe, or from a bow, or bundled dope, or a home invasion when I was fucking broke. I came to Philly on the run. I ride through the old neighborhood, my hand be really on my gun. I gotta make it home to raise my daughter and my sons. It's hard to tell my smoker no when he got 3 ones. I need it all, pride always be the fall. I went from eating bad to eating good to couldn't eat at all. I was too busy serving Pete and Paul and watch them rob each other and try to block each other. Would've been better off going half on a block together. Could've reached the top together. Once it's on forever, dang. And it does not get better. Glocks, Berettas, work come butter soft like Moroccan leather. It's a cycle that we trapped inside. Still trapped in life. I'm just trying to get this rap shit right. Still grabbing like mine's better and I'm master prize, homie. Put you to the flame slowly like a sacrifice. Mama, don't blame yourself. I guess I always stayed myself. When I was young and robbed some good dudes, I kind of played myself. But when you know nobody's coming, you don't scream for help. Eating well. They rather see me in that 3-man cell. Systems got flaws in them. Kids got saws with them. Your man's in the ICU looking like Jaws bit him. Always on the run, kept wrong with him. Shooting bounty hunters like they should have had dog with them. Troopers had dogs with them. Shooters got vlogs with them. Boot for charge, law hit them. You to play ball with them. I'm where they duck the shots. Junkies cop, arms and legs look like they got the monkey pox. Life ain't a fairy tale. He'll pay 2 racks for an ounce. That's a scary sale. There's fish all on my digi. I got a scaly scale. A little meth too. I could probably bless you. You surrounded by some yes men. I'm surrounded by trappers who take 30s and press them. Take 30s and press them. Looking at this gun and this money like who's my best friend? Cause I got pain I'll never speak on. Really went on recon missions over that recon. Feet was stinking from all them nights I slept with my sneaks on. Ah! Now we on, crack in the pot, ops in the graveyard, still scream RP Weezy and free AR. They front like they ain't fucking with my shit, but they are. Still serve them gray pieces out the gray car. They say you work hard, you get to play hard. You show that work hard, you sell yourself to a state yard. I guess I'm finally on the radar. Let's go.
Let me take you to that place. Take you to that place. You know, ill Tony, right? Take a walk, still do. Yo, I take you back to them streets, but we made it hot. Niggas hid in they attics, we linked, and they made pots. I ain't make friends jumping off the porch, I made ops. I was right around the corner when that cracker shot up tops, and they killed that old lady. That's just enough for a son to go crazy. I wonder why that crack ain't go shoot up Old Navy and shut down the mall. They compared me to the devil until we met down the hall. They tried to coach me through this shit, thinking without them I could fall. But none of these niggas ain't teach Steph how to ball. No, they ain't teach Ron how to dunk. I done dunked over half these little niggas more than once. I done fucked on most these cats' hoes more than twice. And done cut them hoes off. I couldn't live a double life. They bubble nights. But it's plenty more shit, just name something. I send a bitch through, I swear you won't know where it came from. On a boat, this flashbacks of where we got our came from. So I swore that I would be rich until the day my chain hung. It ain't too many niggas cut out from this cloth, name some. Any nigga that I ever gave the sauce, they paid for it, I prayed for it. I was out on the field and I played for it, I saved for it, took it over and I wrote my name on it. A flawless track record that ain't got a stain on it. And it ain't from Camino if it ain't no game on it.
Guess who's busy? Guess who? Wrist all wet, wet. Stumbled on a six-pack. I'm like, let me get that. Shot his mama house up. Now he on get back. Fuck the money up. Go. Now he on get back. You want the full joint or the half cake with the chin strap? I Hail Mary that bitch to you. Pay me when you get back. That's what you do when you up and your dog down. Be a shooter with the shooters. Get it jumping in a frog town. Burn all my contracts and deleted all my contacts. I've been pitching like I play for the Diamondbacks, nigga. I ain't no bread. To me, it's no bread. It's no bread. If it's taking too long to lie, bitch, you know what's no sense. I made $500,000 with the dope heads. My shooter did it off the moped. Blood on his cocaine. Let that soak in. Bitch, I'm so him. The Coca 10. Latrell Sprewell, they choking again. Sprewell, you know how I spin? Non-stop shit. I told my niggas not to trip. I drop a classic album same night. You 100 block flip. Now that's just talk, that's just gossip, it's just gossip. Got them feeling like Johnson and like, we don't want to go back to the strip club. Cause last week we shot the shit. This nigga's not like this. My name's Stone, bitch.
Okay. It's no bad and evil, bad and evil. I'm doing too good to get bad for people. Bad. My man got sloppy. He woke up and started stabbing people, trying to make his way to the door. But on the camera, it looks like he's going after people. I learned to keep my character loud, even if they ain't have a secret. Actions speak truth louder than words. Long as they actually see you doing it. The streets influence this. There's different abs to each who's own. The same streets will eat its own. They barbecue and shit. Barbecue at risk. Don't worry about me. I survived on tuna fish, soups and chips. We lived through wars and down for the stupidest. But do again. Bad coming. They saying they were truth again. On any show, they did a sweep. Guessing he got swoops again. Man. I was holding on and drowning. I let go, that's when I found out how to lose the ring. And I've been losing friends. He says he stays away from blues and he just do the 10. They fake too, but his body just used to that. Found out who gon' spin. Move out for the fan. Move out for the 500 on 1,000. Set an ounce for a bin. Even the touch works, bounce from the pins. Jumping, love it or hate it. I've been raided more times than I can count on one hand. But y'all still thinking how to expand. Without the heat that follows, celebrate at midnight. We made it to see them all. Gotta make sure that we see them all. Double back, making sure you don't get the deleted comment. Back. Certain things you don't talk about. Ready. Take this bread stacking. Try not to get your head blasted. Keep your circle small. Avoid the Fed rackets. My man's high inside his house. We're like 10 racks. No social media. That's who I send that shit. On the phone with the bay. I'm like, send that shit. Bozo Selly owns a block. I'm about to rent that shit. You can't hate on a man for putting food out. You begging for a plate. And your bitch is putting you out. Your ops got a new house, new car. And there you are. About to hit the block, man. Trying to do more. He who does the most soon becomes a ghost. And the deadly situations help you figure out who you are. You told went home. Came back on a new charge. They gon' stab you, you go to Christian service at Jawn. Caught you in the Sally Port, said they owed you a few more. 60 days ad sake, Majors told you to cool off. Told my tree plug, I wish you grew more. She said I grew plenty, but I ain't fucking with anybody who move wrong. People hating, bro, that's just the rumor. I swear, I don't fuck with that white girl like Dr. Umar. In this life, there's certain things you don't talk about. Just know the money's what it's all about. It's over here. They walk them down and chalk them out. Certain things you don't talk about. Just keep your fucking mouth shut, homie. I gotta know, but you gotta go. Can you keep your mouth shut for me? I gotta know.
Hey, now if you get locked up, don't talk to jailhouse rodents. They use your words as a get out token. He got found dead with his mouth open. Cause when he got round fizz, he was outspoken. You don't know nothing about motion. You ain't half cold in the drought or folks in the south. You was close to the couch, sitting broke in your house. Then your back door's your man and broke in his house, y'all. Corny as shit, 40 and sick. You would think y'all would switch when maturity hit. Even when I was poor, I was morally rich. Loyalty is at the top of my priority list. See, my story is slick. It's based off real life. You rap and you rat, gotta steal twice. Shout out to my real rights that bill stripes. I'm killing all the grass snakes and field mice. Far as rapping, I'm still nice. I'm talking about re-rapping bricks. That's my real vice. Get you killed for a little price, a deal price. My shooter's so young that they still bites.
In this life, there's certain things you don't talk about. Just know the money's what it's all about. It's over here, they walk them down and chalk them out. Certain things you don't talk about. So keep your fucking mouth shut, homie. I gotta know, but you gotta go. Can you keep your mouth shut for me?
Go get yours, B. Go get yours, man.
Praise to the plug that put us in position. Smoke will be cooking, he's stuck in the kitchen. Knife to the coke, I'ma cut with precision. Stuck on my vision and double my fixings. I got a bitch coming for bundles, still gripping. She went down the block and she wants something different. Her heart just stopped me, she just wanna listen. I sat and I really sold dubs for a living. I'm back on the side and in front of your building. I couldn't even see what I was building. I did my time and said fuck it, I'm chilling. But fuck all that chilling, I'm one of the villains. Smack them for lying and cut them for stealing. Glad that I get that uncomfortable feeling. You up in your feelings, I'm busting a deal in that hand. Fuck back, you was sucking, I feel it. Ain't none of this capping, you know something happened to every single motherfucker out here went against me. Eventually they coming and peeling. This stuff is for real, this ain't something you deal with without paying money. You're losing somebody, you're both, cause you chose to get tough with a killer. Back to the wall, pushing shit back, put a bag on the ball. See, with this crack, I was bagging the ball. They like, oh, is we gon' body bag him or no? Back to the wall, pushing shit back, put a bag on the ball. Sat with this crack, I was bagging the ball. They like, oh, is we gon' body bag him or no? They like, oh, could you please put a bag on the ball? My bro told me he knows where he at with his mom. I go stab him tomorrow. Him I go call like I'm trying to grab and I drag this bitch all in his face and I'm taking that cash, I'll be on. You could pay me in work, you should bag up a Jawn. You know we gon' do it, you know how we moving it, homie is stupid, he practically gone. How can I not when there's beef on the table? Now in the street, any beef could be fatal. Bring me some trust, I don't need a potato. I pay a little extra, they'll videotape it. They bagging you up while I'm bagging up raw. Rapping, I'm trapped at the back of the stall. Cracking us off, they grabbing it all. They know that it's somebody bag if I call. Back to the wall, pushing shit back, put a bag on the ball. Sat with this crack, I was bagging the ball. They like, oh, is we gon' body bag him or not? Back to the wall, pushing shit back, put a bag on the ball. Sat with this crack, I was bagging the ball. They like, oh, is we gon' body bag him or not? Hey, beef, it's never over, bro. We went from nothing into something, and I did it on my lonely. And the drug trade was the only trade they ever showed me. I got stung by Philly narcotics, I had 2 coaches, one went up with me, the other got immediate parole. I told my time like a man when the judge sent me to school. Said I love you to my mom, like, don't worry, I'll be cool. Cause you're still a real gangster with a mask up on my face. So they can't ID me when I hit that rat back from that case. I swear it's never over. People try to stop me from blooming. SK will turn your BMs to a spot, get it booming. She said the needle's much stronger and she ought to be shooting. No one who smokes that much crack could be possibly human. I watched Goldie OD in the county at 17, but they tried me as an adult because of my felonies. That's when I learned that I would stand up. And they'd always tell on me that I got stronger every time all of the walls fell on me. I met Izzy on the run. He took me in and held me down and made me family. That's why I'll always keep my guy around. Sometimes this life gets shaky. We straighten up our crown. I'm the same in this DR as when the state had me in Browns, for real. And if they saying that I changed up, they just mad they can't fuck with me. From the streets to the jails, baby. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Yeah. I fronted little bro a half a brick, got a call, he was in a fatal car accident. By the time I hit his spot, folks had ransacked his crib. I lost my dog and the work, I was mad as shit. Driving down Allegheny with this 380. Whoever owe better pay me, you fucking crazy if you think I'll take another loss. I am not the one. I knew my man that got hit up when I seen him drop his gun. I came here on the run, I ain't have no ways or means. I found some loyal hustlers like myself and made a team. We never did each other dirty, and we watched each other's safety. And it worked out for a while, but the money made us crazy. Egos get bigger, and you never even see it. My man's in the jail, and he's never even leaving. He said they try to sell you dreams so they can catch you sleeping. He said don't let them sell you dreams, they gon' catch you sleeping. And if they saying that I changed up, and they just mad they can't fuck with me. From the streets to the jails, baby. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. This man is getting fucking sick. Still on the feet.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the electric Jaden Daniels. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Falcons. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now Webb. Caught on the right side by Adams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now you look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Falcons send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded at the 20. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll run here with a rookie. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Webb to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. A play fake. Now Webb. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Tyree Wilson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Webb now. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
On second down, they'll run it here. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Saints at 11-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
2 yards to go, second down. Open man right side is St. Brown. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. To the air goes Daniels. This one into the hands of Pitts. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, Clemens. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's Daniels. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw, Webb. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Now you look at the Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action, the Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Webb. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got to score. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Webb. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys.
Frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Manning. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, these 2 teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On fourth down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Off play action, it's Webb. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints again ready to go on offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's out quickly to London. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, Clemens, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense and receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more, and seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The final shot before break. Daniels out to his left. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, where you see the final score there. Adonai Mitchell, close to 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A couple of touchdowns there for Breece Hall. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And that one, all tied. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The visitors' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Daniels looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Webb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
A short throw pulled in by Woods. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 17 yards out. And the Falcons get a bit closer. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Now 2nd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And Daniels has it over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll look to throw again. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Webb. It's caught here by Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Webb. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Webb to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Here we go. Smash.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Webb now from the gun. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Dalton Schultz, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2 and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Go, Reed. Go. Hurt.
Up the middle they go. Manning. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Webb now. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's taken at around the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, Daniels. And his throw is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Here's Daniels. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw, Webb. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 111 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet, as they come up now 2nd and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Webb. Gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Webb. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Clemens, he'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Daniels. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
To throw is Daniels.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Toward the pylon, caught.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Daniels looking to throw.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Yeah, that's a nice play design right there. He's going to fake the give, then roll out. And he lets his back leak out toward the pylon. And how about the throw? Right where he needed it to be for him to catch it in stride. He's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Saints, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.